The New York Jets have a rising star in their hands at OTAs. We talk about him and the surprising ability he's brought to the field. Let's roll, baby.
Zoinks! It is unequivocally the Super Bowl for New York Jet fans.
Field Yates, baby. Field Gosh darn Yates. Let's bring him on the show.
Come on, people. Connor Rogers is joining the show. What's up, Connor? But Trevor Gosh darn Sycamore, baby, for me, personally, my favorite New York Jet of all time.
Wow, it's great to be on. What an intro that was right there.
Paul, nobody does an intro like you, man.
Paul, you give the best intro of literally any podcast that I've ever been.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas.
But everybody, Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your friggin' podcasts, people. And you guys can check out the full column in the YouTube description down below if you'd like some more deets on this story. We're talking about Braelon Allen, baby, the Wisconsin running back. Fourth round pick this year. 134 overall. That was the swap-a-rooney with the Baltimore Ravens for the Morgan Moses trade. We ended up with that pick. But I'll tell you, I was wrong. When we were going through this pre-draft process and mock drafts and all this other jazz, I said, oh boy, Jets just sign a veteran running back, which they did do. Tariq Cohen, they added a little bit later, but I thought, you don't got to waste a draft pick. We got plenty of guys. You got Bryce, you got Izzy, you got a couple of youngsters, bringing a veteran. I'm sure you'll be fine. And the Jets said, not only are we going to take a guy, we're going to take two guys. And they took Braelon Allen and Isaiah Davis. And, out of all the running backs, of course, you look at every position, regardless of whether the Jets need it or not. And Braelon Allen was in a hodgepodge pile of, that would be pretty cool. If they did end up with a running back, that guy'd be pretty good. He's a thick, strong, powerful running back that could bring, a yin to the yang of Bryce Hall, short yardage, goal line, things of that nature. What I did not have on my bingo card is the receiving prowess he's been showing at OTAs. And wow, that has been the dazzling nature of Braelon Allen so far. Zach Rosenblatt in an article yesterday said, Braelon Allen has been, quote, one of the biggest standouts during OTA practices open to the media. And when I read that initially, I'm kind of like, man, that's crazy. It's hard for running backs to stand out in OTAs because, well, the pads aren't on. What the hell is a running back showing that could stand out? But it is the receiving ability that Braelon Allen has displayed that's kind of take it to another level. Here's more from Zach Rosenblatt, quote, especially because of his emergence as a legitimate option as a pass catcher. Most of his receptions have come on short throws out of the backfield until Tuesday. In 7-on-7 drills, Tyrod Taylor threw to Allen down the field, and the fourth-round pick went up and snagged a 50-50 ball over a defender's head. And it's good for Nathaniel Hackett to learn immediately that a running back can or can't catch the football. So I'm happy he's learning this in June as opposed to at some point later. Here was a lot of the social media reaction from a bunch of the insiders. Connor Hughes said he had the tremendous grab, pulling it away from a defender. And by the way, when you look back at his college stuff, Braelon Allen only had 49 catches in college. So he was barely used in that department. And as the Jet Press points out, he only had one drop in his final season at Wisconsin. So we didn't see a whole heck of a lot, but it's showing itself in spades here in the spring. Robbie Sabo of Jets X Factor, quote unquote, Allen has been extremely impressive in the passing game. Andy Vasquez said he looks like a wide receiver at practice yesterday. Rich Zamini said he moves very well for a back. And by the way, on the Jets roster, he's listed at 6'1", 235 pounds. That is by far the heaviest running back on the New York Jets roster. It's just been really, really fun to see. And perhaps they have something untapped here. Robert Saleh saying he's very smooth for as big as he is. Called him a smooth route runner with easy hands. And the important thing for the New York Jets is making sure that Bryce Hall is here for the long haul. And he was. Last season, he appeared in all 17 games. That was spectacular. Awesome. Great. But if the Jets want to make sure that he's as healthy as can be by the time the season gets where we want to, and I'm not talking about the regular season, I'm talking about the playoffs, baby. Playoffs. I'm talking about the playoffs, baby. And if you want Breece Hall ready for then, you're going to have a healthy mix. Now, I'm not saying that Breece Hall isn't the unquestioned number one running back on this team. Of course he is. But if the Jets are playing in positions they believe they will be, with playing with leads late in games, you're going to need a closer. You're going to need to call out the Kraken from under the stadium to come out and finish a game. And while Breece can come in for splashes if you need a big play or something, you just need a body that can deliver. And to be honest, Braelon Allen, is as young as you could get. He's the youngest guy in the draft, or was the youngest guy in the draft, rather. So he's got plenty of mileage. Isaiah Davis is another one who's got plenty of mileage to provide the New York Jets. Plus, you have Izzy, again, whether he's fallen out of favor or he's going to be the fourth running back or however that's going to roll. That's what I'm excited about, because these guys can finish games that can preserve Breece Hall. And in the long run, it should be something Breece Hall is open to and excited about, because that's going to extend his own shelf life and have him ready when, of course, things matter most and get to the playoffs, the postseason. So I'm really excited about that. So Braelon Allen has been standing out. And again, I was wrong during the draft. I didn't think we would have to get a running back in the draft. We got two of them. And Braelon Allen's look really good. So that's been pretty gosh darn exciting. And he's just intimidating as all hell. He's got the dark visor. He's yoked up like, man, okay, it looks like the Jets may have found a little hidden gem here with Braelon Allen, which is pretty exciting here in OTAs. Again, it is OTAs. They're voluntary workouts, but it's exciting to see. Absolutely exciting to see. And plus, Breece Hall, after this season, he's in the last year of his deal. So the Jets got to prepare. You got to, what's that? Expect the worst, hope for the best. That's kind of the situation. James, like button, hit it, baby. We've got 200 plus people in the room. We appreciate you. Also, keep the comments going. We're streaming live on the Heavy on Jets page. Shout out to Heavy. YouTube.com/BoyGreen25 and Twitter @BoyGreen25 as well. That's right, James. The caffeine click, except Paul. That's right. I have had nothing yet so far. Card Cave Central is a double shot espresso with my coffee. Okay. Oh boy, I knew this question was coming, this comment. All right, let's go to Phil. What's with Assan Reddick, man? I hope this isn't a contract holdout situation, because the Jets should have known that before signing him. So a couple of things here. There's no contract holdout thing yet. Although he just gave $250,000 back to the Jets. That's probably not a good sign of what's to come. Maybe he just skipped the voluntary. He's going to show up for mandatory and then it won't matter. But boy, next week is the pivot point. There's a 3-day mandatory minicamp from June 11th through the 13th. Robert Saleh said he expects Assan Reddick there. All right, let's see what happens with Assan Reddick and see if he's there. If he's not, the Jets can find the heck out of him, and that could be a telltale sign of what's to come for training camp. And from all accounts, the Jets did know about this contract situation. They traded for him despite the fact that there was a contract situation here, according to insiders. So we will see. And apparently the money he wants, by the way, according to a combination of Zach Rosenblatt and Connor Hughes, Zach Rosenblatt heard that Assan Reddick wants around $25 million per year. And Connor Hughes said he's heard $30 million per year. Good Lord. Well, I'll just tell you. Currently, he's like around 19th, 20th by over-the-cap numbers and, average per year, that 14.5, 15 million number. And the top 5 average is $28 million per year. That's what the top 5 highest-paid pass rushers in football make. And he and his father said earlier this offseason when he was with the Eagles, they want, quote-unquote, fair market value. Yeah, that would be fair market value. I'm curious if the Jets pay it, though. That's a lot of scratch. So this could get awkward. We'll have to see. But we won't know. There's no pivot until next week. Peter Campisi believes that Reddick will report next week when it's mandatory. Could very well. We'll see. James, he's asking for $30 million. In what world can we afford that? Yeah, per year. 25 to 30 million. Again, depending on who you believe. Zach Rosenblatt heard 25 million. Connor Hughes heard 30. So either way, that's a lot of scratch. And you have all these other guys to pay. DJ Reed, Michael Carter, Tyler Conklin, one of the veteran tackles of Tyron Smith, Morgan Moses, plus all the kids that are eligible next year. Sauce, Garrett, Brees, Jermaine. Whew, it's a lot of scratch. William says, Hackett, no doubt, is surprised that Allen could catch. Overkill, but what the heck? Hey, the more they could do, the merrier. Jared B says, Allen started getting more catches later in his career in college. Hey-o. Very nice. Yeah, well, maybe the Eagles knew what they were doing. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Matthias believes the Jets running back room will be tops in the NFL. That's a lot of meat to put on the bone for Braelon or Isaiah Davis or Izzy, whoever is the second, third guy in there. But will be interesting. And see, Allen going to vulture TDs from Brees. I'll be curious how they use him, but on the surface, if I'm running a Madden roster and Braelon Allen dropped into my lap, that's probably how I would use him by default. Short yardage situations, goal line situations, closer, like end of game, so I don't run Brees into the ground. I'd probably use a lot of Braelon at the end of games. But in terms of your fantasy people out there, yeah, there's a chance he could. But what you got to hope for is Brees got unlucky. I think it wasn't last year. It was like 2 years ago during his rookie year. He had all these crazy plays to like the 1 yard line, and Michael Carter, Michael Carter, the running back, was the one who was vulturing from him. So we'll have to see. Brees just has to close out on the explosive runs, and then he won't have to worry about a vulture because there won't be a vulture opportunity. But yeah, my gut says there could be some vulture touchdowns happening there. Thunder and lightning. I like that. A little Chris Johnson, Lendale White brash. A little smash and dash. Okay. I like that. Nice comment on YouTube. That would be very nice. Peter Capizzi says, Reddick may not get big number of sacks. There will always be 3 other hungry wolves on that defensive line. I think, I'm going to be honest, I think Reddick's getting his. I think 100% Reddick's getting his. We'll see, though. Even if he plays, let's call it, 60% of the snaps, he should be over the double-digit barometer. I would say with this Jets team, the scheme, the talent, all of it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Darren says, I want $30 million, but none are offering. Yeah, that's fair. NC says, if $25 million is the asset, it makes the Bryce Huff loss look really bad on management. I disagree. And here's why. Assan Reddick is better than Bryce Huff. Straight up. And there was no way to have them both. So you either had to have one or the other. Okay, so if you realize you can't have both, and Hassan's better than Bryce, and you're in an all-in year, Assan Reddick's the right choice. Who would you rather have over the next 5 years? Okay, maybe that answers Bryce Huff. But who do you want right now in this moment in time? It is easily Assan Reddick. Bryce Huff had 1 double-digit sack season, and that's not the only number you got to look at. You could look at pressure rate and pressure percentage, and there's more advanced analytics you can look at. But he had 1 season of double-digit sack production. Yeah, because that was a conversation right a week ago. The Lions, Dan Campbell saying sacks versus pressures. Both are good, but sacks finish plays. Sacks end plays. So I like finishers. And Assan Reddick is a finisher. And he's proven that over the last 4 years, recently, all of it. Assan Reddick is 29. He turns 30 on September 22nd, Jared B., for those who are asking. 29. Turns 30, I believe it's on September 22nd, for those counting at home. So you could always factor in age as a factoid of when does the production stop or what have you. I wouldn't do any kind of crazy deal of anything long. Again, if it was up to me, I'd try to force Assan Reddick to play out this year. And he's going to be as motivated as ever to play for that next big contract. And, what is he going to hold out the whole year? Unlikely. But maybe. Who knows? I mean, that's part of the risk of the move, of getting him in general. But I would just sell him on, hey, man, contract year, play lights out. If you don't want to re-sign with us next year, go. Hit free agency and get a bag from somebody else. You want a hired mercenary, and let's figure it out later. And then hopefully, a year from now, our pass rushers are Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald. Those are the main 2 squeeze. You let Reddick go if you want him to go and pay other people. And hopefully we're celebrating a Super Bowl championship. That's the perfect, ideal situation for me. So Reddick is under contract for this year, $14.25 million now because he gave up $250,000. So he's owed $14.25 million this season, non-guaranteed. So let's see what happens. And if he plays out this year and balls out, he's going to get a lot of money. If he doesn't, he won't. So the pressure is on him. So we will see. And I have taken a peek at a couple of Bobby's shows. He's got there's the time I checked yesterday, there was 6 people on all talking. I was like, whoa, mama, it's quite a party. And I peeked in, there was Gary there, and I think I saw Allen there with an Iowa hat on. Who else did I remember? NY Jets FL may have been there. Yeah, there's a lot of people on Bobby's show yesterday. I just kind of peeked for a moment. I was in the middle of a bunch of stuff. I peeked and saw you bastards in there. Glad Bobby's blowing up. Let it go. Let it work. That was a lot of fun. Grove says, let him stew. Stew he will, and we will see. I mean, what? Is he just going to hold out forever and never play? I think in the staring contest, Jets win. Because, again, Assan Reddick does not have guaranteed money on this last year of his deal. But the only thing I don't know is what conversations happened between Reddick. So he hasn't been here in the spring, but he was here for the arriving for the Jets introductory press conference. Let's get your jersey number, helmet, all this stuff. Beep, boop, pop. And then he was gone, and we haven't seen him since. So we'll see. I think ultimately, if you dare him and you have the staring contest, I think the Jets win. Ricky New York. If anything, give him a bonus and add incentives to current deal and get the most production as he either earns a new deal or audition for somewhere else. Yeah, I don't even think the Jets have to do that, quite frankly. But maybe if they want to put in a sweetener just to secure him and get him in, that they can give him, maybe they can guarantee some of his money for him, perhaps. Go halvesies, guarantee $7 million of his contract, or to your point, give him some incentives like it's 14.25. But he could reach 17 or 18 if he gets 15 sacks or something. Yeah, maybe. We could see. Dern says, try some stew, Paul. It's delicious. I've never had stew, but I will stew on your suggestion of stew. I will stew on that for a little bit and see what happens. Perhaps. Thank you to the 400 people that are in the room right now on a random Wednesday morning here, June 5th. Got a couple more OTA practices. I believe the Jets have the day off today, and I believe they've got 2 more this week, and then we got mandatory minicamp next week. So looking forward to it. Should be a lot of fun. All right, I'm going to throw in the call-in link to the show. Feel free to join in if you'd like to the program. I appreciate you. Put that in there right now. Video call in link. And by the way, it was great. A quick little nugget. As we put that in there, that is in the comment section. It's also the pinned message on YouTube. If you guys would like to call it, it's youtube.com/boygreen25. We did our first live show for my radio show post-COVID. It was cool to do it from a golf club, Camillus Golf Club, and see some people. Some people came out to see the show. That was nice. And, kissing babies, signing autographs, all that jazz. And, it was a fun time. So wonderful, absolutely wonderful, and great to be out there back in the community. So phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. We'll see if we can do that again soon, or maybe even a Jet show in the near future. Real quick, and then I'll get to the phone lines. Paul, what were you talking about earlier when you said Assan gave back $250,000? He had a OTA workout bonus for $250,000 for showing up to OTAs, and by skipping all of them, he's giving back the $250,000 to the Jets. So he was owed. He's on the cap for $15 million this year, but he was owed $14.5 million in money this year. But he gave $250K back for skipping out on the workout, so now he's owed $14.25 this year. Shout out to Zach Rosenblatt on that little nugget. All right, let's go to the phone lines. We've got Bobby Midnight. There you are, Bobby.
Hey, how you like my new background?
Yeah, it's nice. And what you got the headset on? Is that right?
Yeah, I got it. Okay, let me plug it in. Let's show you.
Okay. Yeah, please do.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll make sure I plug it in for you.
Okay.
It's got it.
Talking sports with Bob in Vermont. Nice.
I know. I'm sorry, guys.
No, that's okay. It looks like what is that? The state of Vermont with your name in it? Is that what we
Yeah,
got there?
that's
Okay,
my
that's your merch.
made it a long time ago. No,
Yeah.
not merch yet. No.
Is that are you wearing your invisibility cloak? Is that what's
No, let
happening?
me just put.
No. I understand. It's
Where
okay.
am I?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there you are, Bobby.
Can
Okay,
you
hide and
see
seek.
me?
Okay, yeah, I can see you now.
Okay, I forgot to plug me in.
Okay, that's all right.
So yeah, no, I decided to go to. Oh, I gotta get rid of this background because I don't have a green screen.
Yeah, you got to green screen it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well, when you're on the OBS, you don't need a green screen. So
Oh, okay.
I have to get rid of that. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. No reason to apologize.
Like, say me, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I see. Card Cave Central said this sort of feels like the Homer Simpson meme where he's like disappearing into a bush. Yeah, that's. I am seeing that a little bit.
I
That's a
know.
good
I
call.
gotta get out of here. Okay, let me drop and fix it, and then come back. Okay.
Okay, Bobby. We'll see you. All right, Bobby. Back. Those little like graphics that pop on the screen. Hang in there, baby. Technical difficulties. All right. While we do that, let's jump over early to BMAC.
Paul, what up? Good morning to you.
I'm doing well, and thank you for rolling your office desk chair a little bit closer. There we go.
All right.
Yeah,
All
this
right,
is nice.
My office desk here, but I gotta get a new. I gotta learn how to call in from my phone too.
Oh,
'Cause
sure. Yeah, mix it up.
I might shock some people on the Jake Aston show in here, and calling in when calling for my call when I'm driving, like these
Oh,
other
okay.
people.
All right.
So I can drive too. You know what I mean? I got.
Oh, what kind of car do you got? What kind of car do you got?
I got a 2017 Nissan Sentra. So
Ooh, nice.
yeah,
Okay.
I used to have like a red Chevy. I mean, red Cavalier.
Ooh, okay.
But it was old. It's a 2001 car, and the tree fell on top of it due to a windstorm.
Oh,
So,
Jesus. Well,
yeah.
glad you're okay.
So, yeah, well, it happened during the nighttime, so they got I wasn't in my car at that time. So,
Yeah.
but
That'll crush you like a grape. So thank goodness that didn't happen.
yeah, they got. But yeah, I want to go after CJ Stroud.
Ooh, yeah. Please do.
And I'm not gonna bring up the Eli Manning stuff. All right, a lot of people cover that.
Sure.
We did it on the Gunny show last night, and
Nice.
I'm not gonna bring that up. And Jake said he was gonna talk about that too on his show, so
What?
I'm not gonna bring that up.
Oh, the Eli Manning, Aaron Rodgers. No, I got you.
Yeah, the thing that like he's been doing a lot of talking for my liking now. A lot of talking. He's walking around here. He's acting like he accomplished something. He's acting like he's a 20-year-old Hall of Fame veteran quarterback. He acting like he accomplished a lot. Dude, you have one good rookie season. One good rookie season. I'm not going to call it great. It wasn't great. It was good. All right.
Let me see. Let me double check the numbers.
23 touchdowns and whatever, like 5 interceptions. That's a good season. That's not a great season. All right. And people killed Aaron Rodgers for his quote unquote downhill.
I mean, that's a 23 touchdowns to 5 picks. That's a pretty damn good season. 100.8 QBR, 4,100 yards. He missed obviously a couple games with the injury. Got hurt in that Jets game. 64% completion percentage. That's not fine. Wow, that's a spectacular season. Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's a great season. That's like Tom Brady's 50 touchdowns and 8 interception season. Or Patrick Mahomes 50 touchdowns and 12. When he won his MVP as a starter. Wow, amazing season. But that was the Aaron Rodgers season, Paul. He's washed. He's in decline. He's no good. You know, I mean, he's old. Like, come on, like let's hold people to these high standards. And when I hold someone to a high standard, you gotta hold this guy to a high standard. Let's not do the double standard thing. But look.
But that will add a nice juicy storyline. I see Car Cave Central saying it. Rodgers for 6 touchdowns against the Texans. Book it. Like Rodgers can make up things, and he's admitted that on podcasts to like motivate him. but he won't need that for the Texans game. He won't need that for the Broncos game. Like there's plenty of games on the schedule that have this, where there's some extra material for reasons to go crazy on somebody. So I am excited. Yeah.
Just a reminder.
Yeah, sure.
Rodgers had 6 touchdowns against the Houston Texans back in 2012 in Houston, when Houston was on a winning streak. They were
the only one I can remember of a 6 touchdown game for the Jets was Brett Favre. Ironically enough, that was in 2008 against the Arizona Cardinals. That was in the old Jet Stadium, and that was very nice. That was a nice 6-tutty performance. Some Lavernius Coles action. Anquan Bolden got lit up like a Christmas tree and broke his jaw at the goal line. That was kind of scary. But that game had some chutzpah. Yeah.
Yeah. But I want to finish up my CJ win.
Sure. Please do.
Shot real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, like this. Look, you good. Look, I like CJ Stroud. I think he's gonna have a great future. You know, I think he's one of them young quarterbacks that's gonna come up. But dude, all right, you had one good rookie season. Relax. All right, be humble. Stay in the lab. Keep working on your craft. Keep getting better. All right, don't go out here on a podcast with some bums. You know what I mean? You know, or some rapper bum. Gilly the Kid, whatever. Like, dude,
I don't know who that is, but I'm not hip. I'm not hip on that new intel.
Stick to rap, my guy. Like, don't go into the football lane. But you know, like, just keep grinding. Stop walking around here yapping and then being cocky. All right. We're worried about not having a sophomore slump, because when you have a sophomore slump, then we're gonna see what you really about and how can you bounce back from adversity. You know what I mean? So I just want to say about that. And the thing that he said that really offended me, especially being a Packer fan and watching the Packers during Rodgers' tenure, he said that Matt Stafford, if Matt Stafford played for the Green Bay Packers, he would have 3-4 Super Bowls. That is so disrespectful. So disrespectful, Aaron Rodgers. And look, I'm not acting like Matt Stafford is a bum. All right, he's a good quarterback. All right. You know, I think he's underrated a little bit, because I don't think he gets no credit that he deserves. You know, me playing in Detroit. But come on, if Matt Stafford was with the Packers, he would not have a Super Bowl. Period. He would have 0. People forget Rodgers carried the majority of those Packer teams in his career, especially the 2016 year when they ran the table and Rodgers was the leading rusher, and he took us to the championship game with our defense being ranked 27th in the league. All right, and he dragged us to the NC championship game and was our leading rusher for the Green Bay Packers. And our running back was Ty Montgomery, who was a wide receiver. Wow. He wasn't even a running back. You know what I mean? So I remember
the Ty Montgomery Jets era. That was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I just think that really pissed me off there. Like I said, the Eli Manning, you can debate which career would you rather have. Personally, I would pick Rodgers, but I'm not bringing that up. But for the Stafford thing, that really struck me, struck my nerve. And like I said, CJ Stroud, shut up.
That is.
All right. Yeah. Shut up. Get better. All right. Get better going into the league as a second-year player. All right. And if you want to take a shot at someone, take a shot at Kirk Cousins, or take a shot at Tua or Josh Allen. All right, don't take a shot at one of the GOATs who's going to the Hall of Fame, first ballot, no doubt. All right.
Damn straight. I love it. Also, a shout out here to Chef Kevin Gilberts for the YouTube Super Chat. Thanks, BG, for the early AM Jets content. Let's go, Jets. Appreciate you. The YouTube Super Chat feature guarantees you get your comment answered on the show, so I appreciate that. Also, the Boy Green Super Fan Club. That is a YouTube membership on the left side of your screen. Feel free to join the group of the growing army of content, baby. I appreciate it. Yeah. See, the Matthew Stafford stuff was super. Like, I think Matthew Stafford is underrated. Former #1 overall pick, had a rocket launcher for an arm, and he had Megatron and those terrible Lions teams. So, like, people didn't probably give him the respect he deserves. Then he goes to Rams, finally wins his chip. But, like, come on. Stroud is making it sound like Rodgers is a bum, and that he didn't get the most juice out of the orange, but Stafford would have. Like, why don't you call out Stafford for what he had in his teams and lines and not getting them over the top, and he had to go somewhere else to win? Aaron Rodgers won where he was drafted. Couldn't say the same thing for Stafford. So,
and people forget. Oh, real quick, Paul, because I don't like because I'm trying to keep it 6. Now it feels like we always 6 minutes. Got some complaint in the chat, but I know you got it. But look, I kind of drag conversations longer because I just love to talk.
Hey, I love to hear you talk, B-Mac.
Yeah. No, people forget real quick. People forget Matt Stafford didn't have scrubs in Detroit all those years. Like me being a Packers fan and watching the NFC North and watching other teams in our division. Like people forget, like Rodgers had Megatron, he had Ndamukong Suh, like he had Golden Tate, who's no scrub, or what's his name, Jones or something like that, the other wide receiver.
Yes, God, his name's escaped me. He had Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones, like he had weapons. He had like that. Like one year they went to the playoffs in 2014. They had the number ranked. The third ranked best defense, and Matt Stafford stunk it up in that Cowboys game. Now people are gonna make an excuse because of the refs, but Stafford had the ball and went 4 and out. So at the end of the game to win the game, so he hasn't delivered too and put up his weight as well. Again, it's not all on him, but if we don't hold Rodgers accountable for not getting back to another Super Bowl. And not pulling his weight in some of the postseason games, then we have to hold Matt Stafford accountable for not pushing his weight, pushing some of his weight in those championship games too. I mean, excuse me, not championship games, but his time with the Detroit Lions too.
Correct.
And not giving them over the top. And the numbers argument and all that stuff. Yeah, he had the numbers, but most of those numbers he was garbage time. Like let's keep it a buck. Like he was playing from behind. They were always down, and the defense was playing prevent defense, and they was making him throw the ball underneath and all that stuff and back up those yards. So that's my take on him. But again, I'm not bashing Matt Stafford. I just think that CJ Stroud, like I said, the Eli Manning thing, again, I do get it because you rather have the rings. And even though to me it's a stupid thing because, what makes 2 way better than 1, and Rodgers got 1. And, but again, that's a different discussion. But the Matt Stafford thing, I think he went too far. That now you started to take a shot at one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, and before we get you out of here, B-Mac, are you available? Are you a single guy?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm seeing this from NY Jets FL. I didn't know of Carly until recently. I saw her on the Jake Asman show. There's something between you and this Carly girl from the Jake Asman show?
Yes. If you watch the Jake Asman show, shout out to Bobby. Shout out to Bobby Midnight. Bobby Midnight hooked me and Carly up on our first date.
Nice.
Watched the show. It was a good date.
Nice.
I'm hoping we can get another date, and I'm hoping we can get a third date in person. Because I live in Massachusetts. She lives in New York, around Manhattan. And yeah, man. I mean, like I said, again, I didn't want to push her, but if she wants to, just holler at me. Me and her will be Bonnie and Clyde.
That's phenomenal.
In a good way,
Right. Which, by the way, what happened on the first date? Did you guys go out to eat or something? Where'd you go?
No. This was on the Jake Asman show, so we just
but you could have eaten virtually, right? You could have had your food there. She could have had her food there.
We eat virtually. I would say this about eating. I'm not like Gary. I would have chicken with pasta. So Gary,
that's good to know.
And I'm hoping Carly would too. I mean, Carly says she has chicken with pasta. So
shoot your shot.
So maybe me and her can go to if we meet in person, we can go to one of them Italian restaurants or something like that. So,
spicy. All right, B-Mac. All right, way to throw it back.
Boy Park Green, thank you. I love you and keep doing your thing.
I appreciate that. All right, BMAC, love life. If I could play Will Smith and Hitch and try to get those two together, God bless America. Phenomenal. So good luck on the next couple of dates there for BMAC and Carly, apparently. We'll see if Carly hops on over here to the Boy Green show. I'd like to, let's see if we can help that relationship. All right, let's go over to Bobby. He's back. What's up, Bobby?
How's that? But much better.
Oh,
than-
wow. Look at that quality. Wow. You're a
Yeah.
professional now, Bobby. Yeah.
Guess who brought me my headsets?
Who's that?
Gator.
Gator's such a nice guy, man.
So I don't have to look like Wilson anymore.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, you're kind of peeking. You're going under center, under the huddle. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, where'd Bobby go? Okay, now you get the headset. It's right there. Nice. You're a new offensive coordinator. Yeah.
How was the golf course yesterday?
Oh, it was brilliant. I didn't get to actually do any golfing, but I did get to, we hopped in the golf cart, kind of looked around. It's a beautiful golf course. It's out in the country. So I get to kind of look around after the show and after talking to a few people that came to watch the show. And yeah, it was very nice. Hot as hell. Very hot, but very nice.
Call-ins yesterday?
We did, yeah. We had someone called in from Long Island, a new person. It must have been out here on from someone here in the YouTube chat or something, or somewhere else. But that was very nice, yeah. So phone lines are always open. Excuse me, on my radio show. That's true.
Yeah, I know. I was at my physical therapy at the time.
Yeah, right. Hopefully that went well for you, pal.
Yes, I'm getting much better and getting almost back to work.
Oh, that's great to hear, man.
Then I got my StreamYard. I paid $25 to get 10 people on this time. Like
I was about to say, I saw the show yesterday. There was like 5 or 6 people on. I was like, whoa, mama. Yeah.
Yeah, I let people talk for 2 3 hours. You could come on anytime you want to.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I should have popped on yesterday. You guys were busy, but I'll do it. One of these times, I'm gonna blitzkrieg. Yeah.
Yeah. Look what, what last night. Look what Nick put under my name.
Oh, bong expert. That's very nice. It's good to be an expert. Yeah.
I had Addison on my chat the other day too.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
He was doing that on my channel.
Oh, that's good. That's awesome.
Bongs, yeah.
Hey, different strokes, different folks. I respect it.
Yeah,
America. Yeah.
I do like Carly, but I'm too old for Carly.
I
could be a dad. I could be her dad.
Yeah, some people are into that sort of thing, I guess. But yeah.
She's very beautiful.
Okay, yeah, she seems like a real catch.
Yeah, so I'll call you tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good, Bobby. Thank you for chiming in.
Having me on again. I'm sorry about before.
That's okay. God bless. Green screen it up. I appreciate you. All right, let's keep the phone lines going. We got from one headset to another. Let's bring in EZ here on the show. What's up, Edward? Oh, I think we got you. Edward, hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So CJ Stroud's being insane. I mean, how on earth do you insult Aaron Rodgers when you're going to be facing one of the best defenses in the league? That's just no bueno, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I know there's these podcasts and things, and everyone wants to talk and stuff. So, it is what it is. Sometimes, people say things get crazy. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of disrespect in Aaron Rodgers' name, which, by the way, is great because Aaron Rodgers loves motivation. He loves people doubting him. So this is just more fuel for the fire, in my opinion.
I am looking at basically a 7-touchdown game.
Ooh,
for
yeah,
Rodgers.
Give it to me. Yeah.
And maybe 6 sacks on Stroud, just to remind him that you don't talk smack after 1 year in the league to a guy who's got 4 MVPs. I just don't think it's smart.
He's about to learn. I can't wait for that Thursday night football game. That should be.
I don't want him to get hurt, but I do want him to feel the pain.
I think he will. The Jets had their number last year, and now the Jets are better. So I like them having their number again.
It's like to ever call Tom Brady has ruined the day.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, just dumb. And the other thing you were talking about was Reddick. If he holds out, then it'll be the stupidest thing he's ever done in his life, because he'll be giving up an opportunity to play with a defense better than the one he was on.
100%.
With a quarterback better than he had.
Yep, and he has a chance to cash in because if he balls out, someone's going to pay him a lot of money. Yeah.
I mean, he can't. It's a lose for him. How's he going to lose?
Yeah.
He's going to sit out and put that as a one, or he's going to ball out, and either the Jets are going to pay him, which I doubt the Jets are going to pay him because they got too many guys to pay, or at least showcased him, and someone's going to pay the man. He's going to get his 20 to 25 mil a year. He just has to ball out.
100%, and it's all up there for him. Again, the pivot point will be next week. 3-day mandatory minicamp. Salah expects him to show up. If he shows up, it's all good in the hood. If he does not, all of a sudden, the holdout stuff is real. We'll see.
I think he'll show.
I hope so.
Take care.
I hope so, pal. Thanks, pal. Yeah, sorry, your audio was jacked up there a little bit, but we powered through. All right, let's see. Who's next in this conga line of callers? Which, again, thanks, everybody. 500-plus people in the room. Like the video. Hit subscribe, baby. Let's keep this train rolling. We got Johnny Boy here on the show. What's up, Johnny?
What up, bro? How you holding up, man?
Wow, look at this on the computer. Very nice. Very professional. Oh, this is nice.
No, I'm still on my phone. I just got it landscape style right now.
Oh, landscape. Oh, okay. All right. The quality looks spectacular.
Yeah, I was just making sure I have. I got to head out for work today, so be on the road, which sucks. Okay. But
no,
I had to shave off El Beardo.
What? To like nothing?
Oh boy. No, I still got it. Just
Oh yeah.
I normally
trim the bush. No, yeah, I got you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Manscaped.
Yeah, there you go. Take a low off the top.
If you're listening,
I got you.
Get out my guy right here.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, sponsorship opportunities. I am open for business. Yeah.
Hey, dude, Braelon Allen, bro. I keep saying it, man. Like the pick, I had no idea who dude was. Right? Did research on him, looked at him, and I was like, "What the hell was I thinking? Not seeing this dude." Because I was just so like engulfed within like Malachi Corley, Anthony Gold, all the other wide receivers that I was wanting, right? And I truly thought that we were going to get like a vet running back. So, dude, look, I keep saying it. I think Braelon Allen is going to take a lot of touchdowns away from Bryce, just because of how big dude is and the way he hits that hole, right? It's a complete difference of a player from Bryce. Dude, I'm like half awake. I haven't had my coffee.
That's
yet.
Okay.
But anyways, Bryce Hall with Allen and whatnot. Too many bees, bro. What the hell, dude?
There is a lot of bees going on there.
Jesus. Yeah. But so it'll be intriguing to see how they're gonna go ahead and use the 2 to 3 running backs, because the other one too is Isaiah Davis. I mean,
true.
It is making a lot of strides in OTA. It's OTAs though. Like that's the other thing, right?
Yeah.
And then the Assan Reddick situation. I'm not concerned, man. Dude, it's volunteer. Next week when mandatory, if homie's not there, I mean, dude is sending videos showing that he's working out.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And he's a pro. He's done this already. He knows the deal. He knows the system. He knows what he's going to be used for inside of our actual defense and whatnot. So it'll be intriguing to see once he comes in. It's just clickbait, bro, right now. Like,
God, I hope so. I hope that's all it is. Again, mandatory minicamp will be, again, it's all voluntary right now. Salah did talk weirdly about it, but hopefully it's just all a lot of hoopla. Because, like I said, remember, Joe Douglas talked weirdly about ABT, and then, of course, I accepted the 5th-year option. So, like, he talked weird for no reason, and it was all good in the hood. So, hopefully that's the same thing for Reddick.
And, Boy Green, let's talk about the real story from the actual thing. I mean, I saw you post it up, which I appreciate you doing that. I had to hit the like on there.
Wait, you just cut out. You say that one more time? Yeah, you cut out at just the perfect time. You said, I saw you, and then I lost you. Go ahead.
I saw the post you put up.
Which one?
The one about the sexiest coach alive right now.
Yo, that was funny. Yeah.
Why are we not talking about that? That's big Jets news right there, man.
That's true. That was hilarious.
Shout out to Connor Hughes, I think it was.
Yeah, he was at the end. He said, quite an honor you got this week, coach. And everyone in the room starts laughing, and Salah like kind of tried to play around. He's like, ask my wife. And then they start laughing, and then when he's heading out, Connor yells to him, "Hey, is that up in your office?" It was funny. It was funny.
So, Boy Green. So I'm gonna ask you this, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Who is the coach that you think could give competition to the sexiest coach alive currently right now?
Wow. The sexiest coach alive. Apparently, Robert Sauer said Matt LaFleur was bitter. Apparently. Wow. I haven't really thought about this.
It's a good one, bro. It's a good one.
Okay. Who's off the top of your head, Johnny? Who should be in the running? You got to have names.
So the guy that I thought was probably like a baddie, right? He's gone already. Was Bill Belichick? You know what I mean? I mean the style's there. Homie had the cut sleeves.
Sure.
You know,
a little saggy, but
dad bod in full effect coming out of that house, right?
Okay.
Straight glory in the morning. I mean, nah, I'm kidding, bro. Hell nah, dude. But I would have to go ahead and say probably Kyle Shanahan, dude. Like, you know, like low key and whatnot. So the fit, but then the drip game is Mike Daniels, bro. His sneaker game's on point.
Yeah, he's kind of geeky, but and he wears the capris. Like there's a lot of ankle showing. He said it shows a lot of ankle. You know,
yeah, man.
If you can pull it off, I guess.
I think we need to ask if my uncle was on, because you know he's the fly guy. He puts the whole ensemble on together. He knows his thing, man. So if he's on, need to let him know, man. So him that. But it's a good question, bro. It's a good one. I mean,
I'm gonna ponder on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, brother.
Ponder on that.
I appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Johnny. What the flying hoot? Anywho, wow. There's no proper way to segue from that. Tio's on the show.
I think, Johnny started an all 22 on like what head coaches are the baddies in the NFL. Listen, if I had my choice on that, I'm going to go with Antonio Pierce for the Raiders as probably, up there on that list.
All right.
Cliff Kingsbury, and until he got fired, was kind of up there on my list.
Yeah, he's in Washington now, I believe, as the OC. So okay.
Yeah, so I mean, not a head coach, but he was up there when he was in Arizona. Who was the one that when they panned into him in the draft, he had like the lavish house, and
that was Kingsbury.
Oh, it was a Kingsbury. Yeah. So
he had his feet up. It had this scenic view, like one of those fancy fireplaces in the middle of the table, and you're like, "Whoa!"
He is looking like Leonardo DiCaprio, just in LA somewhere, just chilling. It's like, oh, you came to see me? Here's my home.
And I love this new. Speaking of camera angles, look at you. You're all zoomed in here. This is a different camera angle than normal to you.
Oh yeah, well, I have to bring different perspectives for the different perspectives I bring to your show. Did I say good morning to you, sir?
You did not, but I appreciate it.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, and the pleasantries.
Salute to the Boy Green Coffee crew in the chat.
Yes.
So I wanted to weigh in a little bit about the comments made by CJ Stroud and
sure. Please do.
I actually want to thank him. I really do. I want to thank him for saying stuff out loud. You ever, have a conversation with someone and you just like, you say, did I say that out loud? You're an idiot. Did I just say that out loud?
Yeah.
So I think he made a rookie mistake, and he got on a show in the middle of the summer and, said some crap. Mm-hmm. And this is pretty much bulletin board, chalkboard material that Aaron Rodgers can take and the defense can take for the game that we play against them on Halloween. And I just think that, we will remember these comments moving forward. So you know what, CJ Stroud, from me to you, I thank you for making those comments and giving us that bulletin board material, because a lot of people, when they were talking about schedules and stuff like that, they were saying, oh, the Texans, that might be a tough game. He really ascended after that Jets game through the playoffs and stuff like that. Really had a good run. He's an up and coming star and all that kind of stuff. And I think he just shot himself in the foot. So that's my take on that.
I love it.
And I just wanted to shout out, I think that MVP of the OTAs is Quantez Stiggers.
Ooh, yeah.
he's been showing out and looking like a thoroughbred amongst just horses in a pack in the defensive backfield. He looks like he knows what he's doing. He is he's very tall and very, he's not lanky like Sauce Gardner, but he's very kind of built like a hybrid type of like defensive, like a safety slash cornerback. He looks like he can play like the Joker position in the defensive backfield.
I like that.
Multiple positions back there. Wherever you need him, you can put him back there. And then you talk to the kid, and he is just really, a pleasure to talk to in some of the, the interviews and things that I've seen on him. So I just wanted to, I hope that really continues because he's a really, really good story. And, I will shout out, his praises as we move along with this. And I really think he'll make the team. So that's all I got, man. Great show.
That.
Can I, if you don't mind,
please do.
Can I plug my show on Friday?
Yeah, of course.
So Johnny Boy and I are doing a show on Friday at 6:00. It's called the 411 on New York Sports. It is a show on, general New York sports, anywhere from the Jets and Giants, Yankees and Mets, Rangers and Islanders, Knicks and Nets. We're going to talk about boxing. We're going to talk about MMA. We're going to talk about soccer, WNBA. I mean, we're going to touch on, pretty much a lot of different sports, but it's also going to be about sports community, culture.
Cool.
We'll talk about movies. We'll talk about, music. We'll talk about coffee. If people want to talk about food, we'll run the gamut of a whole bunch of different things. It'll be a fun show. If you're around and you can tune in, I'd love to see you there and everyone else from the coffee crew.
That would be awesome. All right, great. So everyone, make sure you check out the channel for T.O. A brand new show coming Friday. Johnny Boy, a lot of our boys, and sounds like a mosh posh. There's going to be a lot of wonderful things going on there of action. I can't wait. Phenomenal. All right, let's keep the train rolling. Let's go to our favorite Iowa Hawkeye, Allen, here on the program. What's up, Allen?
Morning, Paul. First of all, 2 comments on 2 of your guests or your crew. I got to give Johnny Boy credit, man. He is very, very comfortable in his own manhood. Based on his comments, God bless him, the sexiest man alive as a
perhaps
coach.
Too comfortable, someone could say. Yeah. And
as far as my good friend B-Mac, asking B-Mac if he's single is like asking me if I'm an asshole. It's a given. It's a given. 2 quick jet points. First of all, the Reddick trade made me think right away that this was going to be a rental. I just don't see with the 4 or 5 guys that we need to sign long term. I just don't see them giving a 30-year-old Assan Reddick a 4 or 5 year deal. I think it's a 1-year deal. Unless he takes some sort of a discount, I don't think he will. He sees himself as a $18 to $25 million guy. I just don't think we're the team that's going to give it to him. Secondly, Braelon Allen, I watched Wisconsin for the last couple of years being a Hawkeye fan.
Sure.
I was shocked that he declared this past year. He had a really poor 2023 under Luke Fickell playing with Tanner Mordecai. I'm happy because I feel like we're getting the 2022 Braelon Allen, who was dominant. So I think it's a good change of pace back. I'm still not a big fan of drafting 2 running backs. I hope that both guys can play different roles. If I'm Izzy, I basically try to rework my resume because I'm not going to make the team. There's no chance he's going to be on the team.
Seems unlikely. Yeah.
I mean, I loved Braelon Allen 2 years ago. He's only 20 years old. He's a guy who's physical, isn't afraid to throw his body around. A nice change of pace back to Bryce Huff. So, but I appreciate everything, Paul, and keep the good work, man. Okay.
I appreciate that, Alan. And on Braelon, real quick, the other thing is pass protection, which you love. He had that great comment. I'm keeping Aaron Rodgers playing for another 10 years if it's up to me on the pass protection, which is really interesting. And on Reddick, we'll see what the Jets do. To me, I dare Reddick, hold out. I dare you. And let's see where the ball lies after that. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. We got NY Jets FL joining us here on the show. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Paul. Good morning. A couple things on some of the other callers. I think the Reddick contract maybe 2 years. I don't know if he's going to be a year-to-year guy. I think you can get him for 2 years to lock him down.
Okay.
I don't have the fact that he's not showing up is really a non-story at this point until next week, like most people were saying. Did CD Lamb not report, and also Ayuk did not report? Is that what I hear?
Yes, there's two other ones. I know it's Lamb. So Lamb is so for people who don't know, some teams are having their mandatory minicamp this week. Other teams are having it next week. So it's this week and next week of the time people are having their mandatory minicamp. CD Lamb is skipping mandatory minicamp. That's contract related. And there's one more. Shout out to Scott Mason, Play Like a Jet. He tweeted this out. So I just got to find it on my Twitter real quick. I retweeted it from. Here's the other one. So Brandon Ayuk is the other one who skipped mandatory minicamp. So both Ayuk and Lamb, those were the mandatory portion. So theirs are this week. Jets is next week, and they both skipped it for contract stuff. So yeah, the next week will be the pivot point. But I don't like Michael Lombardi. I don't know if you guys saw this. The former NFL general manager, Rich Cimini, kind of encapsulated the Assan Reddick situation on Twitter and said, "Hey, here's the latest." And Michael Lombardi quote tweeted said, "Typical Jets," and that's just like a stupid thing to say because again, Ayuk, Lamb, and those are mandatory so far. Ours has just been voluntary. Yeah, like the Jets are the first team in history that a player just doesn't show up for voluntary. Like, come on, what are we talking about here? So, there are several other examples in the NFL currently of people that skip the mandatory portion so far this offseason.
I have a fantasy about getting CeeDee Lamb still, but
yes,
isn't Michael Lombardi kind of a Patriot?
He is. He worked for the Patriots for a long time, and he was in Cleveland, and now he's kind of he does a lot of kind of former GM podcast kind of stuff. So yeah, he's all over the place. But yes, he has a direct Patriot ties. He was in that New England organization for a long time.
Hey, Paul, I did originally like the Allen draft because of the fact that we need a big back for short yardage. We had such difficulty making 3rd and 4th and 1s with Zach, and a lot of that is on Zach and the offensive line. But, if you have a third, you're in goal line and, 4th and inches for a touchdown, I'm handing it right off to Allen. But, put Olu Fashanu in the backfield. I don't care what you got to do. You just ram it in there with that kind of guy. Plus, I think Izzy's very strongly on the bubble at this point with the way Allen's been. His ability to pass protect and his maybe more of just a better overall player.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So that's about all I got, Paul. You got things to do today, so we'll catch you on the next stream.
I appreciate that. Yes, I'll be back on tomorrow morning live at 7:30 in the morning. I would hang out and chat a little bit more, but there is an emergency happening at my radio station, so I have to head out immediately and run to the radio station to deal with that situation that I just got a call about. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in for Boy Green Daily. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe, and show your support. We'll be back on again tomorrow morning live for Boy Green Daily. Whether you watch live or after the fact, we appreciate you. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Take care.